This offense will now get its first chance with the football. And here's the big fella, senior tight end. They'll try to feed him today. They say the tight end's always open, and he seems to always be, and he's always making big plays.
There's a lot of great attributes about a tight end, like the size, the physicality. This guy, though, what sticks out the most is the speed. You want to play him man-to-man, put a linebacker on him, that's a problem. You put a safety on him, he's still got good enough speed and size to go win. Palmer, this guy, they put him everywhere, and he wins because of that blazing speed.
It's really crazy to think about that he might actually be their fastest. If you had everybody lined up at receiver, tight end, just running vertical routes, he might actually be the fastest. And Dave, we've even seen him on film run away from cornerbacks as well in man coverage. Nobody can seem to catch up with this guy. A very unique skill set for a tight end.
The Knights headed quickly to the line. On third down, he drops to throw. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. The punt team makes its way onto the field.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over from the moment the ball left his hand.
Here comes the Broncos offense to start the drive. The run inside. It's Riley. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, to say that this guy was unblockable in their last game is definitely an understatement. He was living in the opponent's backfield, and he does it again very early in this one, David. And I know he was a guy this offensive line and this coaching staff were concerned about, and early on, they don't have an answer for him.
I'm about to say that they still have the concerns. Because, geez, early on, he's in the backfield right away. Got to have some kind of an answer, man. First of all, maybe not run towards his side. Secondly, maybe we double team him. But there's got to be a plan, because when you get near him, bad things happen for your offense.
He's going to take off on the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You get the ball out, but when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
Finds a man in the middle. He stopped just short of the goal line at the one. An explosive play has him set up. Wide receiver comes in motion. Going for the goal line. Touchdown Broncos. They put the first points on the board.
This offense needed a big play, and that is the guy that they need to go to help create a spark on offense. Awesome job.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. It was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass. Fielded in the end zone, it's Farmer. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Duke Watson. He's going to lose a yard on that one. The Knights will hustle to the line.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play, because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
No, sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
And that's a really good play by this defense, because you want to run a screen offensively when they're blitzing. When they bring pressure, you can throw it right over the top, get it to them, get some space, but they stayed home just enough there to make the play and get the tackle for a loss.
He stopped right at the 22, and that'll bring us to fourth down. The Knights will line up to punt it away. That last howitzer was nice. How about another one just like it? And the coverage team surrounding the ball. No chance for the return man to get in there on that one.
And that is a huge play in terms of field position. Nice job by the punter. And how about the gunners getting downfield to down that ball?
Let's see if this offense can get out of a hole as they start this drive at their own 8. Finds a man on the left. He'll get a fresh set it down, stopped at the 31-yard line. We've reached the end of the period. Boise State has the lead, and we've come to the end of one. And let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. First play of the period, first down here. Got it in the middle, it's gone.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
And the Broncos can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Shoots it to the left. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete. After the incomplete pass, there is a player still down, and they'll come out to check on him. To the air, it's Madsen. Quickly complete. At the 40, there he goes. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32. The Broncos are moving quickly down the field. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
Laundry down on the field as the pass is incomplete, but let's see what the penalty is. You don't see that penalty too often, but we see it here, an illegal forward pass. Third down is coming. Now a little bit farther to go after the penalty. Making side adjustments here. On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Time to take a shot. And he makes the catch inside the 15. And a confident throw and catch, and they're in the red zone at the 13. And the Broncos come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Looking to fire. Makes a catch. And he will score. Touchdown, Boise State. If you're able to move the ball on a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing, for this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Knights start this drive as the offense looks ready to go. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think...
There he goes! He's at the 40. Just what they needed. Huge explosive play as he takes it to the 33.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got to be able to score points on this drive.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
That wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Defense there to make the stop after a pickup of 2 to the 30. The Knights want to move quickly. To the air. It's Barnett. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Big guy smells it.
Man, that's a tough play to make. When you're that far down the field and you're trying to control your body and run as you're laying out, that's a really great effort, really good concentration, and that is how you make your quarterback look really good.
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. And lost ground on first down, now 2nd and goal from the 5. The run up the middle, looking for the score. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, UCF! And the offense finds a way to cut into this lead, but they still have plenty of work to do.
They do, but that's a big score. You don't want to get late and start getting in the second half where you're fighting to come back by so many points. So great job getting points, get that momentum back on your side so you can come out and do some good things when you get the ball next time.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. That's caught. It's Morris. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. The Broncos come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. Got it behind the line. It's caught. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. After the 7-yard completion, it's now 2nd and 3. Might be calling a hot route. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Catch in the middle, it's Wiley. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. And the Broncos come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
And that's a nice job by the offense. Now, I love when offenses can go 5 wide, spread the formation, find the matchup they want. This time, it's the running.
And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Broncos! That is what we call in the industry a defensive breakdown. That guy was loose for the big play.
Busted coverage, really, really bad execution. Somebody slips, somebody falls. Nothing about that defensively is something you're looking for, but the offense will take it and get the easy touchdown.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. They'll start on the ground with Duke Watson. Crosses to 40. He'll pick up a few on the play, just enough for the first down. They'll mark it right at midfield. Set up for the first down play, and they're going to call a timeout and talk it over instead. And they can take a moment to try to build a little momentum, get the right play called after picking up the first down. Touchdown, Knights! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
It's so nice as a quarterback, but it's not just your receivers that are dangerous after the catch. How about the yak ability by this tight end? He's a guy that can stretch the field. He can make DBs miss, and he's got speed. He's a generational talent. He's really helping out this offense.
He'll bring it back looking for help. They tried to get the wall set up for him. Not quite enough for the huge play, but a good job to give his offense some breathing room. Let's go down to the sideline and Holly.
Guys, the vibe down here on the Boise St sideline, there is a lot of excitement right now on the sideline. I see their quarterback going up to guys and saying, let's keep eating. This is what they expected from him, and he has gotten them off to a terrific start. They've got the lead, and he has performed well. No big surprise. He is their guy, and he is showing that leadership down here today. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. And after that last completion netted a big fat 0, they're looking at 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Madsen. That's reeled in, it's Riley. They get him on the ground late in the half. They have the first down at the 41.
Well, this offense told us coming in they were going to challenge this secondary early and often. They were going to use their speed to their advantage and take advantage of this quarterback's touch and arm talent. And already in the second quarter, they've got over 200 yards thrown.
They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
And that was a nice throw by the QB. When you see that drag route coming across the field, how about putting the ball right on his numbers? Not high, not low, where he has to stop his momentum. Right on the numbers where he can catch it, keep running, and chew up some yards after the catch.
And now the Broncos call their first of 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking downfield on first down. Looking left. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. 2nd and 10. He'll throw again. Complete in the middle. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. The Broncos trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. He's looking to throw. Got it. Beck's going for the goal line. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Touchdown, Broncos! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. That's his 3rd touchdown of the game, and he just has 4 now on the season.
And that is a perfect job by the offense, executing that 2-minute situation. The quarterback was really in charge and focused. Made sure that all the right decisions were being made with respect to execution and the clock. This is something you practice all season long, and they execute the 2-minute perfectly here at the end of the half.
Under a minute to play here in the first half, and the offense will take a knee, and that is how we'll wrap up the first half. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. And they won't try another play, instead taking a knee, and they'll head to the locker room. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, it is my pleasure to welcome everyone into the Week 7 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We start with a look at Ohio State taking on the number 5 team, the Ole Miss Rebels. And it's the Buckeyes taking this fellow top 10 team to the cleaners so far. We're not even at halftime, and it's looking like a one-sided affair.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Holly Rowe right there in the middle of it on the sideline. Holly, what are you hearing about this injury?
The Knights head coach told me at the half, their running back has been terrific, playing well so far in this game, but he is taking a lot of hits. He's had to absorb a lot of contact, running yards after contact, but they're going to keep their eye on him and see if he can power through all the hits, bumps, and bruises he's taken here in the first half. Guys, back to you.
Holly, thank you.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gas, right back on the football to try to keep this offense rolling.
The Knights in the hurry up.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the 3rd quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
Now the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. The Knights are rolling down the field.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
They'll give it on the counter. Oh, better check some ankles. He makes a move and gets down to the 24. The blue turf rumbling on this third down attempt as the Bronco fans exhort the D. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. The Knights will snap it on 1st and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, UCF! They fought their way all the way back, and it's a one-possession game.
And you gotta love the mindset that this squad just came out with in the second half. Clearly, could not run the football the way they wanted to in the first half. The second half came out with energy, with passion, got the running game going, and then no surprise, they go down the field, they double up their rushing yards, Palmer, and they punch it in the end zone.
It gives the guys up front a ton of credit, too, because they were missing some assignments, getting pushed around a little bit here in the first half, which is why they weren't able to have success running the football. And they had a little bit of a come to Jesus, it seems, at halftime. They've come out now playing a little bit angry and finally able to get some movement up front. That made all the difference here on this drive with their ability to run it.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to pass. It's Madsen. Going deep. He's got it along the sideline. Gets the ball up to the 50-yard line, and it'll be 1st down.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Bringing the heat, and down he goes.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
And the Broncos trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to pass on 2nd down. They get to him as he throws. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion.
This QB has had a lot of success all day long, throwing for so many touchdowns, looking very comfortable. Finally, the defense gets to him. Finally, the defense gets a win. They needed something to go their way. Got to start getting some more hits on this guy.
Maybe an ill-advised throw there into the middle of the field, and it's knocked down and incomplete. The Broncos will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Solid punt, headed toward the sideline, trying to make it tough to return. UCF hoping to get things rolling here on offense. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over-'em football, that last touchdown drive breaks into the open. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. The Knights want to crank the tempo.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
Rush coming in hot, and they've got him at the 29.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
Looking for room, it's Chambers. Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front?
He'll loft one deep down the left side. Catch inside the 30 and still running. Flips the field in an instant, and he has it down to the 25-yard line.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
To the air, it's Barnett. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. Looking for more room. The 30, the 20, past the 10. Touchdown Broncos. The defense putting points on the board.
And linebackers are so athletic nowadays in college football. They can play man on running backs and tight ends and all over the field. And how about the linebacker making the athletic interception and then showing you he could be a running back, taking it all the way back to the house for a touchdown.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. They come to the line, hoping to get some of that yardage back from the 17. Second down, they'll go to the air. And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack.
And how about that back-to-back sack? You want 2 sacks in a game. That's a great game. He is flying around, getting to that quarterback and getting him on the ground.
Right around the halfway point of the season, neither of these squads that we've watched today ranked, but here's the top 25 as it stands right now. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. Running inside, it's Chambers. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And I think a lot of people are going to look at that.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. On fourth down, they'll pass for it.
Yeah, and down by 2 scores, and I guess you get to the point where you got to say, I'm going to go for it. We got to be aggressive. We got to make this happen. They tried to make it happen. The defense comes up big. Now, it is not looking good.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Off the play fake on first down. The throw. Touchdown, Boise State. Quick strike through the air for the score. That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W.
It's another good decision by the quarterback. You've got to be impressed here. On that one, he finds his tight end. But all game long, whether it's receivers or running backs or tight ends, wherever the best one-on-one matchup has been, he's been able to take advantage of it, and that's why they've been able to score so many points.
UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time. It put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it. They rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on third down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself.
Makes the catch, and he's free. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. And now the Broncos called their first of 3 timeouts. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Chambers. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
3rd and short, coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. He'll try to get to the marker himself. That defensive front just flat whipped him as they knock him down for a big loss. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's got it. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Knights!
how do you not love the guts of this offense? Fourth down, it's just another down, and what do? Stay aggressive, throw the football down the field, make the big play, get the big touchdown.
Boise St UCF, 28.
He'll bring it out. It's Goff.
You know, a lot of offensive coordinators script the first, 5 to 10 to 15 plays. You don't usually draw that up for inside your own 10. Bad field position to start, and this offense needs to come out, get a few positive plays first to get out the shadow of your own end zone.
Rushes on him. Finds his man. Brought down at the 23. It's a 15-yard pickup to get him way out of their own end. From their own 23, it'll be 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Madsen. Throws to the wideout. Caught over the middle. It's right. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab. It's Bates. Getting closer and closer to midfield. Out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 47. And the Broncos can really attack on this 2nd and short. Might be changing the route. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. The sweet feet buy a little time. Fires to the wideout. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. The Broncos are marching down the field. Wants to throw on 1st down. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Fires to the big fella.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on 1st down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Wants to keep it in the air. Fires to the middle. Complete to the left. And they make the connection, and he's got it at the 10-yard line. Set up with a red zone opportunity. And the Broncos with the 1st and 10. Looking downfield, it's Madsen. He'll throw it. Touchdown, Broncos! And they take it in for 6 more points. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. To the air on 1st down. Finds his man. It's Wade. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but...
Breaks free! A huge play there as he has it inside the 20 at the 19. So they'll use a timeout here. 1 more remaining, and, of course, the 2-minute stoppage coming up as well.
What a great play call offensively. Taking the shot, you flip the field, and now you better get those red zone play calls ready and dialed up.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28. The Knights moving quickly to the line.
And this defense has done such a great job. Another sack on the day. They forced an interception. They've been flying all over the field playing great defense.
Pulls it in. It's Charles. And with that, he's got him set up with a 1st and goal as we get set to play on the other side of the 2-minute timeout. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. He is denied, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Wants to throw. It's Barnett. Unleashes to the end zone. Oh, he makes the play. It's intercepted.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Here's the pressure. Right on the money. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. Short pickup of 4 on 1st down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Back to pass. Makes the grab. It's Brown. They'll wrestle him down just short of the 1st down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. The Broncos come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. It's complete on the right side. Inside the 25. He's got enough for the 1st down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. Here comes the hurry up. Looking to throw on 1st down. Right down the middle. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. They get the timeout called with 7 seconds left on the clock. After that sack, the offensive line better get its stuff together. Stuff, you know what I mean by stuff. 3rd down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there.